let's do this. Really creased. So hey everybody, Kate Lindley here from Zigzag Fitness and Dance Studio. I've not done a video in a really long time. It is August, so I'm really sorry, I've just been like super busy and I had weddings to go to, like this wedding, and this wedding, and this wedding, and this 30th, and this 60th. Going away so much this year and this summer has really put a dampener on my business plans. It was kind of a foolish time to probably start trying to plan a business when I knew that I was going to go on holiday pretty much the entire summer. So just to talk a little bit about where I'm up to with ZigZag Studios and the dream of having my own fitness studio that tailors to all of the community's fitness needs, from babies right through to older adults. It's kind of exhausting. Finding a venue is obviously one of the hardest things for me to do because I need that elusive D2 categorization that Noah has. I am still looking for a studio and I am still looking for a space, but probably not with as much energy as I should be doing. I think it's going to be a really long game. So until I actually find that space, I've decided to start my own fitness classes at the Bermondsey Village Hall. The Village Hall is really close to where I live. During August I actually started an older adults class there, just 2 hours on a Thursday because it was school holidays and there was not a lot I could do with the children. I made up flyers, really like incredibly hard, to walk up to an older adult that you don't know and be like, hi, you look like you're over 50 and could really use a fitness class. It's rude. So that didn't work well. The Bermondsey Village Hall is part of a really large estate called the Leather Market Estate, which is around this area, and there's loads of blocks of flats and things that are involved and part of that group. Because I'd had no idea that this was like an untapped resource to me. The people that manage it are actually, their offices over the road, and all I need to do is go into them and speak to them and they're going to help me to promote it to everyone who lives in all these flats, all in this area. Did not realise that. So September has started and I've got the space for 2 hours on a Monday and 2 hours on a Thursday. I am running a toddlers movement and dance, and then a ballet group 1 and an older adults class on a Thursday, followed by another ballet class for older children. In my head I didn't really want to just lead in with ballet because it's what I do and it seems easy, but realistically speaking it's very desirable, parents love it. The children just are desperate. As soon as they hear the word, they're like, I want to be a ballerina. So it seems really stupid of me to try and not go with the most natural, easy thing that I've been doing for years and I'm really confident to teach. Hopefully the older adult stuff will just come in due course with parents and grannies and granddads hearing about it and thinking, oh yeah, that's something I really want to get into. So fingers crossed that happens. So just to tap into why I wanted to go down this route, obviously the end goal for me is to have my own space. It doesn't look like that's going to happen this year. And halfway through all these weddings and parties, it suddenly just dawned on me that I'm going to get to Christmas, I'm going to have used the whole of 2016, and all I'm going to have is a business plan and a really good looking website still. And that just infuriated me. I was like, this is not how I'm going to end this year. I want to make sure that I have actually achieved something. Even though I wanted the romance of finding a space and starting afresh and just going straight into this massive business, it's just not going to happen. So starting small for me is like the most sensible and realistic thing for me to do. That is what I've done. So even though it's a little bit, feels like a bit of a not quite what I wanted to get out of this year, it is a lot more realistic. People in my local area are going to know what Zigzag Fitness and Dance Studio is. They're going to recognise the logos, the flyers, and they'll become interested. First round of classes I had this week went really well. I had sort of 3 to 5 kids in all of my classes, and those parents seem really positive about signing up, and then they'll bring their friends, and I don't think it's going to be a massive earner in any way, but it will get me the desired effect of traffic to the website, brand recognition, and honestly just a bit of practice for me in where to start with all this. Another really fun thing about the space at the Village Hall is that they have storage space for me. So I've bought some really exciting little bits of kit for different things. I can probably show you this. This may look like some kind of horrendous torture weapon, but it's actually for my older adult sit-fit class. Using these resistance bands in the bar, we can do all of our moves that you would see maybe in a gym, but it's a really nice way to work. It's not like you're lifting weights, it's just pushing against 2 different types of band. But I've actually spent money and bought 10 of these, and when they arrived at this flat, there were cardboard boxes everywhere, amongst some of the other bits of kit I bought in preparation for getting these classes going. So there were just bags of like tiger paraphernalia and stuff for the kids and bubble machines and these. And we only have a very small flat here, and so I was blessed because they do have space at the hall, and I think most halls are like that. They'll usually have a cupboard or a lock space that you can use. So I've just bought some really large Tupperware boxes. Would you call it a Tupperware box if it's not for food? Some really big boxes, equipment houses, stuff hiders. I just bought some really big things, and all the kit just lives at the Village Hall now, which is really nice because I actually have room to fill with other mess that I tactfully hid from camera. I think that's about it. That's my update. Do go and look at the website. I think somewhere before now I just said that the website was really good looking. The website is a work in progress. All my branding is here though. Let's have a look at some flyers. Try and be a sensible person. So this is my ZZ Plus, which is the older adults side to ZigZag Studios. That's my little, man, I'm not sure if that's gonna focus. Yeah, so this is my flyer. I use a company called Solo Press that are based out of Essex, and they are amazing because it's pretty reasonable and they do deliver the very next day. They're also really nice because they have emailed me before and gone, do you know there's a spelling mistake on this? And I'm like, ooh, thank you, Solo Press. So yeah, they're cool. Children's Ballet, ZZBs. There is the bumblebee that was made for me by Toby. I really wanted to emphasise the first class is free because I just think that's just the best way to get people in the door. Like, you don't need to pay anything, come here, I'll do the very best class I can and your kids are just gonna love it. And they're gonna love it. Like, even though I'm using ZigZag as like an alias for my secret crime fighting ways, I am the business, it is me. So if it was Miss Katie's ballet classes, it might seem a little bit more friendly, but because I'm posing it as a company, I think it can be quite alienating. So I am getting out there every day and giving these flyers to people because they have to see that I am human and that I am ZigZag. My toddler's one came out darker. I don't really know what I did there. To design the flyers and things, I don't have Photoshop or InDesign or any of these fancy things that my brother tells me about. He's a graphic designer. But he did tell me about a free piece of software online that's called GIMP. You can say the word yourself, I ain't saying it. And yeah, it is a nightmare to use, but there's some really good tutorials on YouTube. So go on YouTube and you can download it for free. Go on YouTube, watch some of the tutorials on how to use it, and then, you know, spend the next couple of afternoons tearing your hair out. So yeah, slightly different colour, bothered, not bothered. Same thing, explains what ZZ Minis is. That is my under 4s. First class is free to get people through the door, and once the kids see the bubble machine, they're gonna be back. That's funny, I didn't think I had a lot to talk about, but that's about it. So check my website. It is www.Kate.Lindley.co.uk. I'll put a link below. And also the ZigZag Studio Fitness and Dance Studio website is actually just ZigZag.Studio. You can also email me for more information at info@ZigZagStudio.co.uk. Please be friends with me on Instagram because I have maybe like 20 followers. Facebook as well, ZigZag Fitness and Dance Studio is the full title, is the Facebook. And obviously just check out YouTube because I'll be posting things here. ZigZag has its own YouTube now. So I'm going to move all of my other business talks onto that one and off my personal one. And I'm going to start actually get back into my life and make some fitness videos for this channel, the Miss.Kate.Lindley.